So I decided to do the video today for the tarot reading in my living room because it just seems like I'm too cramped up in my space. So I wanted more room. Looks like the camera might be a little far away though. But I'm going to go ahead and do the reading. I'll adjust it in future readings. Thank you, Spirit, Holy Spirit. Please bless these cards. Anything that is negative is being removed. Any kind of bad energy is being removed. The light of protection, I carry it strong. No ill wishes can come along. You cannot harm me or weaken my soul. Light is my weapon and peace is my goal. So mote it be, so mote it be, so mote it be by 3. So before I start the reading, I wanted to talk about the tarot. So I've been observing, I've done tarot reading for a few years, but I've been observing TikTok tarot readers, and I just want y'all to know, if they are not pulling the cards in front of you on screen, do not feed into that reading, because a true reading, they will pull the cards and tell you the premonition that's coming through their body. So since I can remember, probably even from childhood, I've gotten messages from the other side. Probably the past few months, God has given me messages and confirmed them in things that happen to my body when he comes into it. True readings, the cards shouldn't be already dealt when you go on to the person's profile. They should be done just like I'm doing them right now. Well, not quite. I'm kind of loosening up. But anyway, we're going to do a collective reading today. Please like, follow, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Soul Tribe Knowledge Ministry. I've had a lot of spiritual awakening the past few days, so I'm expecting this to be a really good reading for the collective. So I'm going to get started. Thank you, Spirit, Holy Spirit. What are the messages we need today? What messages do we have for the collective today? We'll be drawing 6 tarot cards, 3 telepathy oracle cards, and 3 cosmic message cards. It feels much more comfortable doing it right here. So I may be changing areas. Okay, first card out. Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is more about judgments and very independent. I'm going to get my glasses because I can't see the cards very well. So unbiased judgment, clear boundaries, direct communication, independent. I like that card. I wonder why. It might be because I'm independent. What else we have? Woohoo! I don't do reversals. King of Cups. Emotional balance. Compassion. Diplomatic. Intuition and wisdom. So the King of Cups is a water sign. It's more of an emotional, you know, caring, but also very intuitive. What else we got? What else we got, Spirit? Whoa! Okay, I'm going to take the cards on the table. I'm not going to take the cards that fell on the floor. So we have the Ten of Cups, which is divine love, harmony, alignment, judgment, rebirth. So this judgment is like someone has went through a rebirth, inner calling, the Six of Cups, revisiting the past, childhood memories. So the Six of Cups is about the past. It looks like a past person. This looks like it's turning into a love reading. So it looks like the Queen of Swords, about boundaries. And the King of Cups is more about healing, intuition. Ten of Cups is divine love. It's like a divine relationship. And then we got the Judgment, which is a rebirth. And the Six of Cups is the past. Let's see what the last card's going to be. Okay, I'm going to draw it. The King of Wands. So it's about a born leader, vision, honor, entrepreneur. So this tells me that somebody had to set boundaries, and they're a very caring and compassionate person. It looks like this has to do with divine love. The Ten of Cups, which is kind of like a bonding, relationship, harmony. And then we have the Judgment, which is a rebirth. Six of Cups is a person from the past. And the King of Wands is all about leadership and vision, and honor. So to me, it looks like this is a love reading, that somebody went through a troubled time, or a couple went through a troubled time. It was very emotional. Lots of healing took place. Maybe not together, but separate because of the Judgment card, because of rebirth. And it looks like someone has came into their power, because the King of Wands is all about leadership and inspiration and honor. So that's like someone stepping into your power. Yes, I love that. Okay, so now we're going to do the telepathy oracle. See what messages the oracle cards want to give us. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, cut. No. I had that cut all wrong. Okay, see what we got. 3 oracles. Thank you, Spirit. I don't do the fancy card shuffle. Oh, okay, we got 2 cards. Boundary. Queen of Swords is about boundaries. Having sensible boundaries is important. Absolutely. Because if you don't have boundaries, somebody will come in and run all over you. And then there's honor. Treat the people you love with respect, and you'll find your relationship becomes stronger. Absolutely. You know, any relationship, any type, whether it be romantic, your children, friends, family, everyone needs to treat people with love and respect. Because you want to have a strong bond. You know, having people and loving people and them loving you is very important. Because it's like you're a support system, you know, to get through life. You know, it's kind of like a soul tribe type thing. Okay, I'm going to draw the last one. Attract. The appeal of soul pairing goes beyond superficiality. Oh boy. I love that. The appeal of soul pairing goes beyond superficiality. I love that. I don't like superficial shit at all. I've walked in my spirit probably all of my life. I just didn't realize some of it when I was a kid. I was told to be quiet, and I was nobody when I was growing up. So, you know, when you're told that when you're a kid, it kind of changes who you were meant to be. But, you know, that's probably why I'm so loud, and probably why I feel the need to say everything, say it so fast so I can get it all out, because I was told to shut up and that I was no one when I was growing up. So, you know, those are things that I still struggle with, but I'm learning to slow down, slow my brain down. Wow, didn't know this was going to be a tarot healing session. But, you know, it's what I was meant to do. So I'm going to share. I'm going to overshare because I want to give back to everyone the gifts that I've received. You know, I feel very fortunate for the healing that I went through, because without that, I wouldn't be as far as I am in life and live a peaceful life like I do and have my shit together. So, you know, people in pain tend to not be as successful in life because of their pain and what it's done to them mentally. It doesn't make them be able to be their full potential. So when you're your full potential, you're in your highest power. All right, I've shuffled these cosmics enough. I'm laying them out, all 3. Okay, so the messages are, remember that you can't change anyone but yourself. And that is a true fact. You know, most people get into relationships, and I can say I'm guilty of it myself. When I was younger, when I first got married, I was only 19 years old. I was married for 25 years. And, you know, I constantly tried to change that man. I'm not about that anymore. I learned the lessons in my healing, why I was trying to change him, because I needed to change something in me. Did he need to make the changes? Absolutely. But that wasn't my job. That is his job, not mine. I am only responsible for myself. And the more people that get that, the more that they're gonna heal their self and quit trying to change someone else. Now, there are deal breakers, like if somebody has an addiction or they're abusive, yeah, you don't want to be in that. You don't want to be in that, you know, but I mean, we all have flaws, and you know, the person that loves us should accept them, and they should accept us for who we are. They shouldn't want to change us. But like I said, if it's a deal breaker, that's a whole different story. You know, deal breakers are different than, you know, someone that overeats or, you know, or has a lot of fears. Those are things that you can work on in life. But if somebody's struggling with addiction, or they're abusive, that isn't something you can fix in your dynamic. That is something you got to keep away. So that's a great card. Remember that you can't change anyone but yourself. And that is a true fact. Nobody should be out here trying to change nobody. If you met the person and you loved them, you should be still loving them without trying to change who they are, because you fell in love with them with who they were. Stay present. That's where life happens. Boy, that's a powerful message. When you stay present, when you learn and teach yourself to stay present, which I think I said this in another reading, the book, The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. That's one of the best audiobooks. I mean, I read the hardback, but I listen to the audio. I keep it because it reminds me that I need to stay in the present moment, because everything that happens in the present moment is what I should be dealing with. I shouldn't be thinking about the past. And as far as the future, that's unpredictable. Yes, you can work towards things, but you cannot predict the future, and you should never look back at the past, because the past is over with. You cannot do anything about it. It is what it is. Leave it behind. Ditch it. Leave it in the dust. Stop ruminating over what you did or didn't do. Let it go. Okay, I can say that I am definitely guilty of ruminating, because I've done some things or handled some things the way that I shouldn't have, but I know better now. I know better now. And when you know better, you do better. And if you don't, then it is your own fault. You can't go around blaming people because you chose to ignore things. You can't. So, you know, stop ruminating over what you did or didn't do. Let it go. So if you did something and you have regrets, that's fine. But forgive yourself. Let it go. It's not worth it. Stay in the present moment. Be happy. Be in peace. This is your reading. Thank you guys so much, and have a wonderful day.